Welcome to the Blues Asia Network on UR-Face Radio. Your host, Tomcat Coleman. The only source covering blues across Asia and the Pacific.
We'll keep the train rolling, steady across the land, down along the Delta, to where it all began. And when the backbeat draws you near, it's the same thing that we all hear. Won't you get up, get on the blues train? Come on, get up, get on the blues train. Come on, get up, get on the blues train. Won't you ride? Won't you ride? Won't you ride? Won't you ride?
Yeah, won't you ride with us? We're here on our segment 2 this week, and we've got some incredible stuff again to share with you, and some amazing announcements to share with you as well. And I'm going to jump right into it here, and we're going to let you know that Brendan Power, another great harmonica player, is touring Asia right now as we speak. And so Brendan Power is in India at this moment, and he will be coming to the Philippines on December 5, and he'll be in the Philippines until December 8. And in my 25 years in the Philippines, I've never seen a harmonica player of this caliber here, and he's going to be doing workshops and concerts. And it's a remarkable opportunity. And just to let you know what Brendan is, who he is and what he can do, we've got a very special feature. And it picks up on what we were doing in our last segment with Howard Levy, himself an awesome harmonica player. And we're going to listen to Howard talk with Brendan Power, two great harmonica gurus talking together. So let's listen to this. This is Howard Levy and Brendan Power.
So, for those of you who don't know, this is Brendan Power. And Brendan is one of the most original, unique harmonica players in the world, and there's several reasons for it. One is just the way his brain is wired, and the other is that he's an incredibly skilled, as well as being a great harmonica player, he's an incredibly skilled craftsman and inventor. And if some of you were listening real carefully to this, you would just go, what position is he playing in? What kind of harmonica is that? That's because he tinkers with these things and comes up with these very unusual and great sounding tunings. So why don't you explain what that is?
Okay, well, it's a tuning I came up with in about 2008. I mean, over the years I've been tinkering, as you say,
Yeah.
right from the word go, and I've come up with several tunings that I've gone through, learned, and then one day had a great idea and thought, wow, if I did that, and so then I've gone through the whole process of retuning harmonicas, relearning, but anyway, in 2008 this one popped out. It's sort of an evolution of other ideas, but it's got exactly the same range as a normal 10-hole diatonic, so 3 octaves. So this is an A harp, so your bottom note is A, your top note is A, but basically it just turns the breathing pattern, it makes it for a regular breathing pattern throughout the whole harp. So your 6th blow is now a draw. And 9 blow is now a draw, so which you can bend. In fact, 9 blow is the same as 2 draw. And there's your 6 overblow. And here's your 7 overdraw. And here's your like in say first position, you've got that overblow on 4 blow. So you got your major 7th as a draw bend in the second position. So 3rd position can be a nice major key if you want to, and 6th position is really nice because it's the relative minor of that. So, so basically, essentially, it turns every draw note can bend a semitone.
Wow!
And you can the overblows are still there on a non-valved harp. My harps are all valved, but many of them are enharmonic with the next note up. But they, you know, you can still get the overblow on hole 10, overblow on hole 9. No overdraws, no blow bends. So
wild. I mean, but the thing about it is, every time you come up with a new tuning like this, you have to re-instruct yourself in the blow draw patterns.
Yes, you do. So
and do you find that, like, you have specific tunes that you play on specific harmonicas?
Yeah,
is that the way it works?
Yeah, I mean, that's an improvising tuning for me. But if I want to play, say, traditional Irish music, I use another tune that I came up with a long time. It's called Paddy Richter.
Right.
And that's just basically if you tune your, you know, you've got the double notes down the bottom end. So you have to get this note, which is a lovely note. But when you're trying to play really fast, it's, you know, it's hard to get that 3 draw double bend. So it's built in there. So like if I show you on a D harp, it's really effective because you can go down the bottom octave and play lots of melodies down there. There's a note. So you can play more sort of
instead of having to
melodies.
bend the 3rd hole, draw down a whole step. So I've noticed your embouchure, you have a very, you do this thing, it looks like you're almost biting the harmonica. What do you call it? Are you tongue blocking, or?
No, I'm a pucker player.
But you have an unusual looking.
Do I?
Yeah, I mean, it just looks different. It's very, sort of, do that again.
Yeah, okay.
I can't figure out what.
Okay, maybe a little, another, shall I go sideways like this?
Yeah. Yeah, your jaw moves a lot. I think you're doing a lot of movement between the notes with your lower jaw.
I am, yeah. Sort of the way I get around is.
It's a very articulate way of, especially doing those little flips and ornaments.
So you don't move your jaw?
Well, no, I do, but you do it more.
All right.
And so it's more visual looking, like.
Can I see? Can you just lift the? Oh yeah.
But it doesn't go up and down so much.
All right. Well, I think that could be the vibrato, like when I.
Ah, this is what I wanted to ask you about. Yeah. And so how are you? So it's a bend and unbend vibrato.
It's a quick bend. Yeah.
I tend to do it.
You got there?
It's a G. Do you want me to get it?
G is fine.
Okay.
Lovely.
Mine takes place with my tongue, and it's not. I'm not moving the jaw.
All right. Okay. No, you're not. Right. Isn't that amazing that we can get, you know,
the same sound, but
with 2 different techniques? Yeah.
Yeah. See.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's an unconscious thing in many ways.
No, that's what I mean. I don't think about it. And people have to point out these things to me, and they say, how do you get that vibrato? And it's like, I don't think about my vibrato.
Actually,
it's me, you know.
I think there's one. I mean, I've been checking out a little bit of the free videos that you've been putting out with your school, which I think is awesome. In fact, I'm thinking of
thanks.
signing up, though
Oh,
I don't know
good.
how it would relate to my older
I don't
tunings.
know.
We could always try it anyway.
Yeah.
But one of them that I noticed, I think you were showing different kinds of vibrato, like sort of Macedonian vibrato,
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah,
this
yeah,
vibrato
yeah.
and that, and it was fascinating the differences between them, where some are rising up to the note and going below, and then other ones are going around the central tone. Other
Yeah.
ones, man, I was blown away because I thought vibrato was vibrato, but the way you did it, I thought, wow, yeah, that sounds so characteristic of.
Yeah, when you said
Macedonian,
that, because I have the G harp here, but and so I'm playing in that is A flat on the G harp.
Wow.
So I can take advantage of that position and that relationship between the tonic and the flat second.
Yeah, yeah. It's not this A flat. Okay.
Right. So. Yeah. But I'm bending. But
All the
that's
way up.
why I don't do the
Wow.
mouth thing. It's just the tongue.
So you're doing a full semitone vibrato.
Before we go, I know that we're running short on time. You're originally from New Zealand,
I am, yeah.
and you came to prominence first, I'd say, was it playing in Riverdance? Is that your...
I guess that was my big, paying gig for
Yeah.
about 3 years. Yeah, I played in the
Yeah.
Riverdance show just because I got known in the Irish scene through playing Irish
Right.
music, and then I ended up depping for the accordion player. So I did that for
Yeah.
about 3 years, and that was good money and all that kind of thing.
And
Got
you toured
incredible-
all over the world with that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
all over the world. But it got pretty tedious after a while.
I imagine. I
doing
can't
the same
imagine.
old thing every day.
Oh, man.
But lovely hotels, good pay, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So.
But it's there are like kind of magic gigs like that occasionally a harp player will get, and bring the harmonica to the attention of the world. And that's how I think that might be how I first heard about you, somehow.
Okay, right. Yeah, sure. Could be.
But then you moved to England. You were living in
I was-
Ireland.
No, I've never lived in Ireland. People think I have. I've
Oh,
done a lot of
okay.
work in Ireland, but I've
Yeah.
always basically moved. I've lived in England and gone over to Ireland a lot. 'Cause
Oh, okay. So it's been New Zealand to England.
pretty much, yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm happy to have you here, and really nice to see you, man.
Thanks.
Okay.
Can we play one little tune together?
Sure. do you wanna
One
play?
tune that I love from your first thing is, you used it as an instructional thing, is Sweet Georgia Brown.
Oh, okay.
Have you got your G harp there?
I have a G harp, yeah. Yeah,
I
thanks
love
for
the
doing
Rick
that,
towards the end,
man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, you guys. And that was Brendan Power. And Brendan is going to be right here in Manila,
Yeah,
December 5 to December 8.
yeah.
And you'll be able to catch him at Backdoor Blues Cafe and Scarlett's both on Monday night.
Yeah.
And on Tuesday, he's going down to Cebu, and he'll be at the Outpost bar down there. And then on Wednesday, he'll be back in Manila at 70s Bistro.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, we'll see what happens on Thursday. You'll have to ask us as the week unfolds to see what we cook up for Thursday. And Howard, hopefully, will be in Asia in August. Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all righty. Now, we want to move along to another announcement that is related to Manila. We've got something
Yeah.
very unusual coming up this weekend. Arvin, how about telling us about this?
The Hard Knocks, Hard Rocks. The New Blood Kickboxing Challenge of 2011 with some blues bands, with young blues bands, yeah?
Yeah. And this, it's a really innovative thing. It's going to be a one-half martial arts competition and one-half mini blues festival. And the blues festival part will be featuring 3 of the young blues-oriented bands in town. And let's talk a little bit about those bands. Arvin, what we want to do is get ready to cue up this this next video, because we want to show the Blue Rascals.
Yeah.
This particular video, the Blue Rascals, who are all teenagers and are, really one of the finest blues bands in town right now already.
Yeah.
They are accompanying an American blues pro who was
Michael.
here. He's been here 2 times, and he's been accompanied in concerts by the Blue Rascals.
Yeah.
And this is Michael
Born.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, before we look at this, John, I need to reintroduce you, incidentally, come to think of it, because we're in segment 2. Here we have a very, very special guest artist, John Ferrer, from Chicago. Well, he's from all over the place, actually. Look at segment 1, and you'll.
Thank God for airplanes.
Yeah. But in any case, John, you know Michael Bourne.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I know Michael very well. I've produced a couple of records for him.
Ah.
Phenomenal talent, incredible. Not only as a guitar player, but his vocal abilities are incredible. He's a real bluesman.
Yeah.
He's got the whole Kansas City vibe going. Did the Chicago thing, travels the world, plays blues, and hopefully we'll be lucky enough to have him back over here.
Yeah, well, I'm fairly certain he's going to be back in Manila and maybe even Singapore in the first part of January.
Yes, that's the plan, and we're going to stick to the plan.
Yeah, okay. Let's take a listen to Michael Bourne, and he's performing with the Blue Rascals.
And what you're about to see is the new generation. This will be the future of the blues in the Philippines. And you'll discover it's in very good hands.
Let's introduce the guys. That's Spencer on bass.
Yeah. Spencer the Dispenser.
Yes, and Darwin on the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see him a lot because of this rig right here. But we're gonna play louder so everyone can hear you.
Yeah. then, hang on, because we got another guest artist that you'll be hearing in just a few minutes. And hey, this night's just beginning.
It's just beginning.
Yeah.
Michael Bourne.
Too hot down there. Couldn't stay very long. Hey, hey, hey. Hell is the roughest place I've ever working on that air. Thought I was too very close. The alley's the roughest place I've ever been. All the people out there
play some blues for y'all right now. But before I get started, I want to let Paul introduce this great band up here tonight. How about it for these young guys keeping the blues alive? Give it up.
Yeah, for me, that is just something very special. The Blue Rascals and Michael Bourne.
Yeah. Those are amazing kids.
Yeah, yeah. And there was something very, very interesting that happened that night. This was Michael and that band had just gotten together, and it was Michael's first trip over to the Philippines.
Wow.
And they did that concert, and I was driving Michael back to the hotel after that gig, and he said that kid and that band, they have to enter the International Blues Challenge in Memphis in 2012. He said they've got to do it. Guess what?
They're doing it.
They do.
They are now registered, and they are one of 17 young bands that will be competing in Memphis. The only hurdle left is U.S. visas, and we've got our fingers crossed. Not a done deal, but
Homeland Security work.
we're-
I know. I take my shoes off when I go through the airport, so I know the feeling.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got our fingers and toes crossed. But anyway, this is the first time you've seen Michael playing in this kind of setting.
Yes, it is. It's interesting. I mean, it's what I got from what I just saw was Michael's old school
Yeah.
approach, which is Michael Bourne, playing the blues like the blues has been played in the past. It's no fancy tricks. It's just
Yeah.
good old blues.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
from the heart, from the gut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Michael Bourne.
Yeah.
The Michael I know, and the Michael I recorded, and the Michael I hopefully see here when he comes back here.
Yeah.
I'll probably see him when I get back home now in December. But yes, that's him. You know, he's a rooted player. He plays blues like it was played back in the day, and he still plays it like that. He's not a fancy, smancy technique guy. He's a feel guy. It's all about the feeling,
Yeah.
and his expression, his body language says it all.
Yeah.
Watching him play and the way he expresses just the one note, the way he makes the one note sing,
Yeah.
and how he works that note and how he works his magic is I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I like it.
And one of the things that I find so interesting about this video is you've got a real old timer. Well, he's not that old.
No,
but
well, when I say old school, I mean
Old
old
school,
school,
yeah.
legitimate. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
But anyway, you've got this, blues professional, and here he is sitting in with an 18-year-old guitarist, and they're just,
It's music, that's how. That's what's beautiful about music. It's a universal language.
absolutely.
You don't have to know Tagalog
Yeah.
or Bahasa
Yeah.
or Malay or any of the million languages we have in the world. You get an instrument in your hands, and you get a fellow musician. You start playing, and you communicate.
Yeah.
And you have a dialogue, and you
Yeah.
exchange feelings, and you exchange licks.
Yeah.
And you play off of each other, and that's the beauty of music.
Yeah.
You don't, you can be from anywhere in the world. You get a group of musicians in a room, and you're able to play, and you're able to communicate,
Yeah.
and you're able to express yourself and exchange feelings and emotions. And that's what we just saw over there.
Yeah.
Is Michael with the other young blues player.
Yeah, and I remember Michael Bourne said was he forgets that Blue Rascals were kids.
Yes, because it doesn't matter. There's no in music. I don't think there's an age group.
Yeah.
It's when you get into that point when you're sitting on stage or standing on stage performing. It's not about how old you are, how where you're from. It's about music, It's about exchanging ideas, and it's about feeling each other. And it's about vibe.
Very
Yeah. I mean,
I
interesting.
mean, the
Yeah.
keyword vibe. It's when the vibrations are going. You just don't even know where you're at. I mean,
Wow.
I'm sure Michael, when he was playing that, he didn't even know he was in Manila at the point.
Yeah.
He was just playing
Yeah, he was
blues.
just playing, yeah.
And he didn't know that the kid was a Filipino kid. He could have been from wherever he was.
Yeah.
He was just playing music.
Yeah.
And that's what's beautiful about music.
Yeah.
And blues, especially blues, because it's so down to earth, natural, honest
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no BS. It's just
Yeah.
It's just playing your soul,
Yeah.
leaving it all there
Yeah.
on stage,
Yeah.
bar none.
Absolutely, and that is as nice an explanation of this kind of music and what it's all about.
There's no good and bad. Yeah.
There's no good and bad.
Yeah.
You don't judge blues. You either love it or you don't.
Yeah.
Or you either enjoy it or you don't enjoy it. Or you can sit there and you can criticize and you can say, well, there's this guy, there's that guy. But you don't do that with blues. Blues,
Yeah.
you just kick back, relax, listen to it, and absorb,
Yeah.
and take from it what you can.
Yeah.
Take that moment, enjoy that moment.
Yeah.
Very
It's here. It's
interesting.
gonna go. If you don't sit there and enjoy it at that point in time, you've lost out.
Yeah.
You know?
And one of the things I've noticed is there are a lot of people out there in the world who they don't know blues. They run into it, and initially they may not know quite what to make of it, and then it's like a trigger goes off, and they get it, and they get infected
It
by
is.
the blues.
It's infectious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a blues virus.
Yeah.
Blues virus. Yes,
Yeah.
we just come up with a new thing.
Yeah.
Now, blues is that way. It does. You either when you listen to it and you understand it, which is very hard to understand, even though it's just 3 chords.
Yeah.
It's very complex. It does grab you,
Yeah.
and I think it grabs you. And I was talking to you guys earlier about the whole how humans have our senses and we take for granted our hearing, which we can't see, we can't touch, we can't taste, we can't smell. It's these frequencies, and I call it organized noise.
Uh-huh.
That just tickles your brain. And blues is one of those styles of music that you just sit and you listen, and it just all of a sudden just transports you, it just takes you,
Yeah.
it just grabs you,
Yeah.
it just captivates you.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about blues, and it's the energy of the musicians, their vibe, and their passion and their expression.
Yeah.
That you sit and you watch these guys perform, and then you're like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
from Howard to Michael to a bunch of guys who do this in the planet.
Yeah.
It's blues.
It's
beautiful.
blues. Yeah.
I got the blues.
Okay, and the Blue Rascals, they're going to be playing this Saturday at Hard Knocks, Hard Rocks, out at Villamore Gym.
Yeah.
And you can find more detail about it if you visit Facebook and look for the Philippine Blues Society group.
Yeah.
And the details will be there. Now, in this event, which is 1/2 martial arts and 1/2 blues festival, we're focusing on young bands. Another one of the bands that will be featured on Saturday is the La Famia Blues Band.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the guitarist is
Me.
yeah, you, Arvin Austria. Okay, tell us a little bit about your band.
We still don't have a name yet.
Um,
So we name our band on our harp player, just like the old times, just like Junior Wells,
Yeah.
just like Buddy Guy. They named their band on their secret weapon.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Ian is your secret
Watch
weapon.
out.
In any case, this band, I've watched these fellows from their early days also.
Yeah, we are eager to learn that days.
Yeah, and they are one of the really exciting emerging young blues bands here in Manila. And this band is closer to the traditional Chicago tradition. And let's take a listen to the Ian LaFamia Blues Band performing at the Backdoor Blues Cafe. Oh, what, maybe 6 weeks ago or 2 months ago, something like that.
2 months ago
2 months
or
ago.
3.
Yeah.
I forget.
Okay.
Got the blues.
Here we go.
That's what my
Yeah, that's the Ian LaFamia Blues Band, and featuring on guitar, Arvin Austria.
Arvin, go Arvin.
Yeah. In any case, we really want to thank our special guest
Yeah.
here.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me here. It's been an ultimate pleasure. It's for the love of music, of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely.
Yes,
I learned a lot from you. sir. I'm very lucky.
It's been a
to meet
pleasure,
you.
Tom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you for the spirit.
Yeah,
Keep it
and
alive.
we're looking forward to your coming back to Manila.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't done yet.
Yeah, yeah,
My first tour with Judy through, and I will be back. Like I said, I'm based in Singapore, so I'm close.
yeah.
And Manila is definitely a lot of talented people here, and I look forward into meeting a lot more and doing a lot of and being involved in part of a lot of things musically here. And
Yeah.
I'm here to help and be part and try and see if I can contribute in some way that I can.
Okay, and next time, bring your instrument.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Will do,
we got to
will do.
get you into
Oh,
a
yeah,
jam
yeah.
session,
No,
maybe
I'll-
with Michael when he's here.
Yes, maybe when Michael comes by, maybe when
That's
Howard
it.
comes by. I
Yeah.
mean, yes,
That
it'd
would be great.
Maybe
Yeah.
the three of us. That'd
Yeah.
be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yourself and you. Listen,
Yeah, that would be
It'll
great.
it'll
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
we can do it. We can do it. Actually, you guys got a live stage right there in front of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which would be a great opportunity for us to just get down and just make some music.
I think you just signed up.
You got me. You got me.
Well,
Thank you so much,
yeah.
Tom. Thank
Thank
you for
you
having me on.
again.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, and
Thank
folks,
you,
this
thank you,
is
thank you.
John Ferreira,
Yeah.
a globe-trotting musical guy if I've ever met one, and we look forward to seeing more of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
All righty, so we'll let you sneak out and have a late night dinner somewhere, and
We have
I'm in Makati. There's no lack of dinner places.
yeah.
It's a beautiful part of town.
Yeah.
For those who haven't been to Manila, you got to go to Makati. It's definitely.
Yeah.
I've been here for 2 days, so I don't really know much, but I know Makati a little bit.
yeah, yeah.
Great food.
Yeah.
Hospitality is great. People are all beautiful, and
Yeah.
and the blues is alive here.
It's
Yes.
alive.
It's
here.
alive.
Yeah,
Yes,
you'll learn a lot more.
Yes, I
also.
will.
Yeah,
Learning is good.
yeah, absolutely. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Well, listen, you can pack up, and
Yeah, we
we're
still-
going to. We got some other things to share with
We
folks.
still
here.
get business here.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
still
guys
got
got
things.
business to do, and I will make sure that I'll look at your business.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheers,
So,
guys.
Take
Thank you.
care.
Thank
Yeah. Okay. And what we're going to talk about next is, and we've mentioned this before, that the Boy Blues Bar in Chiang Mai has moved location, and they have just recently opened up in Chiang Mai. And yeah. Okay, y'all take care. They're now open in Chiang Mai,
Yeah.
and our friend Ron, who's living up there, has managed to get a video of the new Boy Blues Bar, and in this one he has a guest artist, and Keith Nolan, and it turns out Keith Nolan, he's an expat living in Bangkok primarily, has a recording studio in Bangkok, has led a blues band in Bangkok called
Yeah.
Cannonball.
Yeah.
And Keith has also spent time in Australia, and he's done a lot of touring there with some of the top Australian artists. So in any case, here we've got Keith Nolan playing with Boy at Boy Blues Bar in Chiang Mai, which is now open and running. You gotta go to Chiang Mai in Thailand to check this out.
Yeah.
Okay.
He called me daddy, my daddy old. While you're sitting up on my feet and talking to your girlfriend on the phone. Need one last chance, blue, one last time for me. I need one last chance, one last time. You can take my love, throw it in the deep sea. You can take my juicy love, throw it in the deep sea. You can take my juicy love, throw it in the deep sea.
Yeah, we'd like to thank Ron McMillan for sharing that with us, and he's one of our major contributors to
Yeah.
Blues Asia TV and keeping us up to date on what's happening in Thailand. And that was at the newly opened Boy Blues Club in Chiang Mai. Worth checking out. Now, we have another video that is very, very recent too that we'd like to share with you. As a matter of fact, I mean, it is very recent. And there was the Himalayan Blues Festival just a couple of weeks ago, which we've been talking about over the last few weeks. And I came across a video from the festival itself. It was posted by Jimmy Hocking.
Wow.
And Jimmy was one of the featured performers. And I got wind of it, and so I sent Jimmy a message and said, hey, we'd like to play your video. And he wrote back and he said, how in the world did you get that? He said, I only posted it 15 hours ago. And it's a good example of how our Blues Network is beginning to work.
Yeah.
You know, the messages are going back and forth, and we're learning about these things. In any case, this is a really, really nice video because, it shows two musicians never met before until they crossed paths at the Himalayan Blues Festival. And so they sat in together. And the thing that's interesting is they're both of them into blues mandolin.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Hawkins sat in with Bert Devert, who is, mandolin is his instrument, and he is...
Mandolin is a kind of guitar, right?
It's kind of a guitar, little bit different sound, but it is a stringed instrument.
Yes.
And Bert is he may be the most important blues mandolin player around, and not a lot of them. But Jimmy Hocking also plays blues mandolin. And the person who put them together is the organizer of the Himalayan Blues Festival, Samik. And Samik, looks like you've done another good job with your festival, and congratulations to you. In any case,
let's check it out.
Yeah, let's check this out.
Well, I was
for sugar and bread. But I know you're afraid of that cat next door. It seems a little bigger, Lord, it seems a little more. But that ain't no reason to be afraid of the door. There's always someone bigger in the yard than you, Lord. Always someone bigger in the yard. Don't be afraid to just be who you are. You're my little black cat and you're a little black lucky charm, yeah. Like a big boy. Yeah, got some bone that he loves to chew. But you got a hole, you got some family too. Well, you gotta see the forest before the trees. You gotta say thank you before you say please. You gotta have a good life before you buy the farm. A little black cat is such a little black lucky charm. A little black cat, little black cat, little black cat, a little black cat. You're never gonna get too fat, not on a diet like that. My little black cat, my little black lucky charm. Yeah, my little black cat, you're mine, little black lucky charm. My little black cat, yeah, your little black lucky charm.
This is Jimmy Hawkins, mandolinist extraordinaire.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a different sound.
Yeah, I got carried away actually.
Yeah, it's it's very infectious.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was from the Himalayan Blues Festival just a couple of weeks ago, and featuring Jimmy Hawking and Bert Deaver.
Yeah.
Bert, he's an American. He lives in Sweden, but he also spends the winters in Bangkok.
Oh.
And so he's in Bangkok, and he will be performing, I'm sure, around in Bangkok. And as a matter of fact, he's just released an album, and it's recorded in different places, but some of the tracks on his new album were recorded in Bangkok.
Yeah.
With some of the very finest Thai blues musicians. So again, it just shows how the universality and the mix of stuff.
Yeah.
In any case, Arvin, we're pulling our second segment of this week to a close, but this has been quite a week.
Yeah.
What do you make of it all? I mean, what do you make of this week and what we've been able to do?
Yeah, we've been practicing for our gig for the hard rocks, hard rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, hard knocks and hard rocks.
Hard knocks, hard. Hard Rocks, Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's on Saturday
Yeah.
here in Manila, and then Brendan Power will be in Manila on
December 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
December 5, 6, 7,
And then
and 8.
Yeah.
And if you want more detail, just visit the
Uh,
Philippine
Blues
Blues
Society.
Society. Yeah, group, and the details will be listed there. I guess what we'd like to do is we'll
do
pull
our-
this to a close.
Yeah, and we'll do our last song.
Yeah, do our last song. And since we were talking about Brendan Power, we'll let him carry us out for
Yeah.
this week. And he's going to be doing a jig. Let's see what this is. Ragtime Blues with Andrew White and Brendan Power.
But before we close,
Yeah.
we have to thank our viewers.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. And we're getting more and more people coming in.
Yeah,
And more and more the network is building, and we do want to thank
Yeah,
you all.
especially on the feedbacks.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and for the people that we meet every day.
Yeah, yeah. And so, in any case, we're really happy we can bring this to you, and we're very grateful for the extraordinary response we're getting. So, thank you, folks.
Yeah.
Until next week.
Okay.
Okay.
This is Brendan Power with his Ragtime Blues.
Yeah.
I've been all around this world, I've seen so many places. I've loved and I've lost, I wouldn't trade places. I've been good, I've been bad, happy, I've been sad. But I gambled on a sure thing, I lost all I ever had. When your money don't make me happy, your love just makes me blue. Get my guitar and I play them ragtime blues. Ragtime blues. Well, I've had lovers in England, I've had lovers in Spain. I married a girl from Finland, I won't be doing that again. I was confused, I was not amused. When I woke up in the morning and my mojo was gone. Your money don't make me happy, your love just makes me blue. I get my guitar and I play them ragtime blues. Ragtime blues. Just who I was, where I was headed. Things just took a downward slide the night I got wedded. I was trapped, I snapped, thought that it was apt that I removed my person from the scene of the crime. If money don't make me happy, your love just makes me blue. Get my guitar and I play them ragtime blues. Ragtime blues. Take it away, boy.
happy, love just leaves me blue. Get my guitar and I play them ragtime blues. Ragtime blues. Ragtime blues. Ragtime blues.